Hello, myself Dr. C. S. Jayanti Prasad. Welcome to Retail Management. Kindly subscribe my channel. Topics for this session: Logistics Management, Distribution Center, Importance of Distribution Center, Advantages of Distribution Center, Functions of Distribution Center, Michael Porter's Generic Value Chain, Models to conduct quantitative analysis, Mathematical programming models, Inventory models. So these are some topics which we are going to discuss today. And other models. Logistics management. The word itself is defining for every sector it needs logistics. It can be both private or public sector. Logistic management is a wide term applicable to both private and public sectors. In modern era, the term has been changed to logistics as it mainly deals with all the activities that have an impact on making goods and services easily available to the customer. So we can say that any region may be there, any market may be there. The goods are being easily available for every customer. It is through the support of logistics. Retail operations mainly deal with the physical flow of merchandise from the source of supply to the end customer. So whatever the operations are being done, it is being done physically and it is being merchandised from the source of supply. Distribution center. A warehouse where the merchandise procured from various sources can be received, stocked and assorted is usually referred to as distribution center. From this distribution center, the merchandise can be sent to the respective stores. So I can say that whatever the assorted goods are there, that is being distributed in a proper way to the proper stores. Distribution center needs to establish network with other departments, their stores as well as the POS terminals, both offline as well as online. That's point of sales. Importance of distribution center. Can say that any corporate level needs this sort of strategy to be maintained so that it can observe that the profitability of the store is not only dependent on the sales obtained at different stores but also the efficiency of the distribution systems. So whatever the profitability or whatever the sales is going to happen, it depends on the distribution center. Most of the large retailers such as Walmart, Spencer's, Reliance Fresh and Kmart are engaged into both retailing as well as the wholesaling activities, wherein they directly make purchase from the manufacturers, stock them in warehouse and then supplies them to the retail stores. Advantages of distribution center. Aggregates and forecast demand. So it can easily estimate what is the demand, what is the estimation of the demand can easily determine with the sort of distribution center. Through centralized distribution center, it becomes possible for the retailers to accurately forecast sales by aggregating the demand of several stores. Example, fashion stores, CD stores, etc. Reduces complexities. So with that distribution center, staple merchandise require consistent replenishment right from ordering, receiving, labeling and shelving as they need constant attention. A direct distribution system prosperity delivers the intended items to the customers located at various locations. So with this distribution center, it can be arranged properly, it can be easily disseminated properly towards the customer at various location points. helps in assortment of items. Even though retail stores requires a relatively large quantity of items but a specific point of time, customers may not require bulk quantity. Instead, they demand goods in small lots. So any customer would like to have a single unit rather than having a bulk items. So it helps in assortment of items also, that is a distribution center. Organizes timely delivery. So delivery point is going to happen very geographical location based, whose operations needs to be integrated so as to ensure the organization of timely deliver of items received from different vendors. So I can say that channel of distribution is going to happen in a systematical manner. Functions of distribution center. Distribution channels helps in transferring the products from manufacturers to consumers. So it depends on company to consumers. It helps in reducing the time, place, possessions gap which differentiates the goods and services from consumers and manufacturers. Buying goods. Marketing channel members purchase a wide variety of goods from the manufacturers or from different channels. So distribution center is going to support for the buying goods also. It can be from manufacturer, directly from the manufacturer or from various channels. Carrying stock. Marketing channel members assume the risk involved in buying and holding of stock. Selling. Marketing channel members carry out the activities which are needed for selling the goods to customers or other channel members. Transporting. Marketing channel members helps in arranging the transportation facility for delivering the goods and at the desired location. So I can say that distribution channel is going to also support for the stock levels, selling points and transporting and sort of arranging the things. Financing. Marketing channel members provide the funds needed for covering the expenses of channel activities. So financing is a part of, it's a major part of a distribution channel or center. Promoting. Marketing channel members promote the product either by giving advertisement at national and local level by selling the product in personally. So advertisement is a promotion, one of the promotional tool which is going to impact towards the distribution center. Marketing researcher. Marketing channel members supply the information with respect to demand of the customers. So based on the researching point, you can easily get the based on the demand, they can easily estimate what is the expectation of the customer. Michael Porter's generic value chain. This is another topic where we can discuss about the Michael Porter's generic value of chain. Effectively managed logistics systems serve many benefits like cost reduction, service quality, enhancement and competitive advantage. According to Michael Porter, competitive advantage stems from all those activities whose performance enables the firms to achieve cost advantage over their competitors, which form the basis for differentiation. So I can say that there are so many activities which are going to act based on the performance level. We can easily estimate the cost based or whatever the advantages over their competitors. They can give the best to the customers. Value chain categorized into two types, primary and supportive. Primary activities. The two main components in the category primary activities are inbound logistics. This is concerned with the transfer of merchandise into stores or warehouses. Outbound logistics. This is concerned with the products delivered to the customer, mainly noticeable in e-tailing and durable retailing. So it's based on in-house based logistics and out-based logistics. Supporting activities. Supporting activities include firms, infrastructure, human resource management, technological development, and procurement. Next, coming to models to conduct quantitative analysis. There are various models available that help retailer to conduct quantitative analysis to facilitate in decision making. The models are as follows. Forecasting model. The forecasting model tend to anticipate the future demand by analyzing the historical data. So forecasting model is going to give the future estimation of demand based on the analysis of historical data. Regression model. This is a mathematical sort of thing, identifying the relation between the dependent and independent variables that go into quantitative analysis. Time series models helps in forecasting the trends, seasonal effects and cyclicity. Forecasting models through traditional and advantages but suffer from the major disadvantage of degree of error, which is dependent on retailers' ability to take risk. So based on the time series model, we can easily predict or easily estimate the retailer's ability to take the risk also. Next, mathematical programming models. So word itself is defining our mathematical sort of thing, analysis. Various mathematical models are available to facilitate inappropriate location planning, adequate resource allocation, and in examine the working of distribution networks. The mostly commonly used mathematical programming models are linear programming, non-linear programming, and integer programming that are at either minimizing cost or maximizing aimed revenue of the models available. Non-linear programming techniques are typically and difficult to be calculated. So based on the mathematical models, there are been categorized on based on linear or sort of or integer programming sort of things to minimize the cost with maximize the revenue things. Inventory models. Inventory models are used to control the problem of inventory control and to trade off various inventory costs. These models includes EOQ, economic order quantity, EBQ, economic batch quantity, ABC, always better control, VED, vital, essential, desirable. Other models. Routing model, this is one of the other model with apart from other various models, these are other models. Aim at identifying the effective and fast routes for delivery of items. Scheduling, it is concerned with the optimal allocation of resources. Alternative analysis, a backup of the decision, lesser number of alternatives. Thank you. Kindly like and subscribe my channel, Dr. C.S. Jayanti Prasad. In coming sessions, we will look forward some more topics in retail management. Thank you very much.